Hey guys, Zulk here and welcome to Golden Sun The Lost Stage, which is Golden Sun 2 on the GBA, which is actually the second half of Golden Sun 1 story wise. So we are starting. Ages ago, or so the stories tell, the power of alchemy ruled over the world of Wayard. Alchemy wrought the base elements of humanity into thriving civilizations like lead into gold. I like that reference. But in time, man's dreams gave birth to untold strife, dreams of endless riches, of eternal life, of dominion over all that lived, dreams of conquest and of war. These dreams would have torn the world apart if not for a few brave and wise men who sealed away the power of alchemy deep in Mount Aleph's soul sanctum. Prologue from Book 1. The town of Vale guarded the secret for many years until Isaac and Jenna, whose parents died in a storm 3 years before, disturbed the sanctum. Saturos and Menardi of the Mars clan followed them into the sanctum. With them traveled Jenna's brother, Felix, thought lost in that same tragic storm. Let's not overlook the fact that these two bastards were the ones who were responsible for the storm in the first place. So really all of this is their fault. Saturos and Menardi stole the elemental stars, the keys to breaking the seal on the power of alchemy, and kidnapped Jenna and the scholar Craden. I need to pause for a sec. My glasses really need cleaning. Alright. If those 4 jewels were used to fire the elemental lighthouses, the seal on alchemy would be broken. Isaac and Gareth set out to stop Saturos, rescue their friends, and return the elemental stars to their home in Soul Sanctum. They banded together with the young wind adept named Ivan and pursued Saturos and Menardi to Emil, a winter-locked town near the Mercury lighthouse. There, they met the guardian of the water lighthouse, a water adept named Mia. With her, they pursued Saturos to the airy. I don't know what that word means. It's not eerie. Airy high atop Mercury lighthouse. Yeah, that word threw me for a loop. Isaac was too late to stop Saturos from lighting the beacon and escaping. Again, Isaac chased him, crossing Angara to the shores of the Karagul Sea. This is a recap of the first game. Taking passage on a troubled ship, Isaac crossed the Karagul to Tolby. He spoke with Tolby's leader, a strange man named Babby. Babby entered Isaac in Colosso as a test of his powers. Isaac's high energy won Colosso and earned him Babby's trust. Babby revealed a great secret to Isaac. Thanks to a mystic drought from the lost land of Lemuria, Babby had lived for 150 years. He offered to help Isaac, who then headed deep into Gondowan. I wonder if Lemuria is going to have any importance in the story of this game. In the town of Lalivero, Isaac learned that Saturos and Menardi had kidnapped a young girl named Sheba, whom they needed within the lighthouse. Well, I'm not denying this. As much as I hate Saturos and Menardi, and I know they did it for selfish reasons, I do not blame them entirely for kidnapping Sheba, because Sheba was being held hostage by Babby. If anything, they rescued her, but then they proceeded to try and use her power for their own gains. So, really, it's more like going from a frying pan to the fire. Isaac fought and defeated them atop the lighthouse, but he was too late. The beacon had been lit. You know it was your fault, right? A great cataclysm followed, and by your I mean Isaac's. Isaac should have finished Satoru's when he had the chance. I still stand by that. And I wonder, the more I'm willing to sacrifice to stop Satoru's and Minaiti, the more I feel like I'm slipping into bad guy territory. Which is some foreshadowing which we'll get to later this episode. A great cataclysm followed. Sheba fell into the sea. Felix jumped in to save her, but both were lost in the rolling waves. Jenna left the lighthouse to find them, but to no avail. Isaac went to Lalivero, where Baby asked him to find Lemuria and the remaining lighthouses. He gave Isaac a Lemurian ship to make the journey for the lost land. This chapter of our story begins with Jenna, just before the beacon on Venus lighthouse is lit. We play as Jenna. Camelot presents. And there it is, Venus Lighthouse. It's the same music. Are you sure we should be leaving like this? Once we go down those stairs, we can't get back into the lighthouse. Maybe I should have stopped my brother. Jenna, is something troubling you? What is it? What's wrong? I have a bad feeling, like something terrible is going to happen. You're damn right. Oh, you. How unlike you, Jenna. Surprised to see me? Alex, were you listening? Where's Felix? Why isn't he here with you? My brother, he left us. What can Felix possibly be thinking? He was worried about Sheba. He went to check on her. He was supposed to be leading you out of here. I thought you would have been far from this lighthouse by now. Why are you still here? I don't like you already. Like I didn't like you in game 1, but I don't like you even more right now. Alex. We tried to stop Felix from going back up to the Airy. I think Airy, from context clues, I think Airy means the top of the lighthouse. How like him. Once Felix gets an idea into his head, he rarely changes his mind. Alex, what were you talking about just now? What did you mean when you said, how unlike you? I was merely surprised to hear you expressing such concern, Jenna. Nevertheless, I'm impressed Felix went back. Don't change this subject, Alex. What did you mean? Are you saying that I'm insensitive? If that's what you heard, then I must have misspoken. Accept my apologies. Well, Jenna, I think Alex has said his piece on the matter. Well, at least he seems to have his etiquette intact, even though I still don't like him. I'm not sure he has, Graydon. Who do you think you are, talking to me like that? I retract my statement, my dear. Forget all about it, Jenna. So tell me about this feeling, Jenna. I'm not sure we should be leaving Venus Lighthouse yet. What are you saying? You can't really mean to remain here. Alex is right. It's far too dangerous, Jenna. We would only hinder the others. Hinder? Craydon, whose side are you on? The others, did Isaac follow us to the lighthouse? It would seem so. He must be trying to stop Saturos and Minardi. If my brother goes back and finds Isaac, they're going to end up fighting. If the Venus lighthouse has not yet been lit, yes, they will fight. Felix is a terribly rash young man, is he not? Why are boys such fools? Jenna, boys aren't such fools. It's your brother who's the fool. He may be rash, but Felix is no fool. His good qualities outweigh his bad. He's been doing nothing but trying to end the world this entire half of the first game. What do you mean his good qualities outweigh his bad? That's why I think Isaac would understand if we just talked to him. Why didn't I think of this before now? Please, can't we go back up and talk to Isaac? I wish we could. I'm afraid that's not possible. Alex, why? He is an enemy. Isaac, an enemy? Our methods may differ, but you and I ultimately want the same thing. To light the elemental lighthouses. Isaac and his friends would prevent this from happening. So that makes them enemies? But fear not, they won't be able to... Why do you want to light the elemental lighthouses and bring chaos to the world? Everything was fine. Why do you need that? So Felix went back to the top of the lighthouse. Why do you seem so pleased, Alex? Why shouldn't I be? After all, the lighthouse will soon shine brightly once again. Alex, why do you want to see the beacon lit so badly? Oh, so it is my turn to answer questions, is it? Once alchemy was commonplace throughout this world. With its power, mankind worked wonders across the land. The lost age of man. I want to see that world restored once again. And what, Alex? We've spoken long enough already. Let us continue this another time. We should leave the lighthouse now before the beacon is fired. I concur. Let's meet at the location we agreed on and wait for Felix. Alright, Creighton, let's go. So, that was honestly a lot to think about. What do I mean by a lot to think about? Well, what I mean is... Alright, I went the wrong way, duh. What I mean is, we saw when we, in the first game, when we lit, I believe it was Mercury Lighthouse, which was the water type lighthouse. When we lit that, hold on, is the treasure still here? Is there still treasure here? When we lit the lighthouse at Emil, we saw that the people benefited from it. The healing waters of Mercury had flown once again. I think flown is the proper word. It was already open, but it looks like there's still a herb inside. I'll take it. The lighthouse was already... The waters flowed and people really benefited from it. But here's the thing. With so much power, it did say that the reason the light alchemy was sealed in the first place was because people got too greedy. And really I could see that happening again. If everyone has this kind of power all the time, it could either be really good or really bad. And seeing as how trying to light the lighthouses caused monsters to spread all across the land, harmed so many people, killed Jenna's parents and Isaac's dad, let's not forget about that, flooded that one town we saved, sealed the Silk Road. Okay, that's maybe not the fault of alchemy, because that was more Satoru's and Minardi's doing. Let's not get into it that. Made the desert hard to traverse, made 2 deserts evil, made a forest evil. The list keeps going on all the bad stuff that's happening because the towers are being lit. This is like the AI question once again. There's a 50% chance that if we create basically a god computer that can predict everything that happened and will happen and advise humanity, on the best things we can do to be the best we can be, then there's a 50% chance that such a computer will A. lead humanity into a golden age of science and technology, Or B, decide that humanity needs to go extinct. And we would have nothing to do with it. We could create, there's a 50% chance that if we make a god computer, we would have created Rocco's basilisk. Do you really want to take that chance? I don't. I don't think the lost stage of humanity is worth it, but hey, maybe this game is going to change my mind. Item sent us to stand guard here, but I never thought we'd actually run into them. Scoundrels, what have you done with Sheba? Return her now, or you're really going to regret it. Oh no. Aren't there supposed to be more of them? Maybe they're just the first ones to come out. Great, that means we've got them outnumbered. We can probably take them, don't you think? Go fetch the other Tolby soldiers still stationed in Lalivero. Yes, sir. And we'll go tell the guys in the caves. Got it, boss. How unfortunate. It looks like an ambush. What should we do, Jenna? What do you mean? Look around. We'll have to fight them. Are you serious? Jenna, are you really prepared to fight these men? We don't have any other choice. We have to. Well then, allow me to shoulder some of your burden. Burden? We regroup along the road leading away from Lalivero. Do you understand? Yeah. I got it. You don't need to remind us, Alex. We know the place. Follow the road west and take the path down through the canyon to the cave. On the other side of that cave, you will find a small peninsula called Idejima. We meet there. Thankfully, only those workmen block your route. And fortunately, they don't look too tough. Hello, we can hear you. That's just plain rude. Why don't the two of you escape and leave Tolby soldiers to me? The two of us alone? You can use psi energy, can't you, Jenna? Yes. Then you'll be fine. We shall reconvene at the peninsula. You think you can take on Tolby's finest on your own, little man? I do not wish to inflict unnecessary bloodshed. Don't wish to? What's that supposed to mean? If you lay a hand on these two, I assure you that you will be made to regret it. By advancing, I assume you mean to fight. Permit me to strike the first blow. Oh! They are dead. What was that? I don't know, but whatever it is, it's out of our league. You guys deal with him until backup arrives. Oh, so you're next. Hey, no need to worry about us. We are not soldiers, we are not anybody. Spare them, they're innocents. Well, not innocents, but they aren't bad guys. Seriously, there's no way we are gonna face off against you. Let's get out of here. Good call. How undignified and how shameful. Shut up! Jenna, now is your chance to go to Idejima and wait for me. I'm not finished with you yet. You mentioned backup from Lalivero. Let's go meet them together, shall we? Hey pal, when they get here, you'll really be in for it. Do you honestly believe that even 100 of you could stop me? How amusing. This I must see. I don't like that guy. They're gone. Come on, Jetta, let's get going. There's nothing standing in our way now. But what is it now? You're worried about hurting any innocents. Yes. Well, just try to hold back when you're fighting. Let's get going to the peninsula. I'm going to take what Adam said to heart and I'm going to try and not harm. Why do I gotta be the one to wait for backup? Yeah, please, let me go and hey, the scary guy with the blue hair is not with you. Great, now you'll see what I'm really made of. What's this music? I dig it. I think I actually dig it more than the first game's music. Can I? I can't run. I'm going to try and kill him with just attacks. He does no damage. Okay, he's not dead. Good. Back at Suala Gate, eh? Why, it's them. Oh there, where'd the blue-haired guy go? Who cares? I can handle some girl and her grandpa. Let's go back. Actually, can I run away? Not that way, Jenna. The meeting spot is down this way. We must climb down here and go into that cave. But what if, hear me out, we hide, ditch Alex, and go talk this out with Isaac? Oh. That was a good idea, waiting for them here. You two aren't going anywhere. Except with us, back to Master Iodine. Attack normally. I hope I don't have to use my Psi energy here. Because I want to at least pretend that by not using Psi energy, I am sparing them. I'm doing non-lethal attacks. Nice crit, Jenna. I can still take you on. One more hit. Whoops. Uh-oh. This is a monster. I need my harp to be safe. Use flame. Actually use fume. Oh, I did not need the harp. My, that was invigorating. He wasn't too strong. I never knew fighting could be so fun. But we'd better get onto the peninsula. What do you mean so fun? You didn't lift a finger, Kraden! I am not coming back here. I know that for a fact. This is the place, isn't it? Yep. The peninsula at the end of the road to the west. That's what he told us. This must be Idijima. Menardi said a ship would be here. We ought to see if we can find it. There's the ship right there. Jenna, it's over here. At first glance, it seems like a normal ship, but there's something odd about it. Kraden, wait! Oh, I swear, you're like a kid with a new toy. Hurry up in there! What's wrong? It's missing. What are you talking about? The thingy that makes it go. What do you mean? What's so important about this thingy? The boat can't move without it. That Menardi, she tricked us. Tricked us? Yeah, by passing this dad boat off on us. There's no trick. If this boat is a dad, how did it get here in the first place? Alright. No, Menardi still tricked you. It must have been the orb. What orb? Don't you remember that crystal Saturos was carrying? That big black pearl thing? I'm certain he said he could move the ship with it. Jenna, Kraden. There you are. I see you found the boat. We set sail as soon as the beacon has been fired, correct? Strange. What is it? The beacon hasn't been lit yet. You're right. Why is it taking so long? And why hasn't my brother returned? They've done it, Jenna. They've lit the beacon. What's happening, Kraden? Why won't the ground stop shaking? Strange. I think it might actually be getting worse. I think the lighthouse is collapsing. Look, the ground around it is crumbling. Mercury lighthouse didn't react this way. What makes Venus different? The last tremor tore a rift in the Suala range. How about we How are we going to get back to Gondwan now? ITGMI, it's drifting away from the mainland, but what will happen to us? That just makes me even more on Isaac's team. The lighthouse is there more trouble than they're worth. Oh Kraden, how long will this island continue to drift? I don't know, I wish you could tell me. Sheesh, you're no help in times like this. I'm hungry. How can you even think about food? I wonder what happened to my brother. I can't be certain, but it looks like they lit the Venus beacon. Yeah, I know. Oh, you don't have to tell me that. That's how we wound up adrift at sea, right? Aren't you cranky today, Jenna? Well, I suppose you're just worried about Felix. Isaac and the others must have been at the lighthouse too. I suspect you're right. I miss them. Isaac, Felix. I miss Isaac too, Jenna. Felix I can do without. Come with me. There's something I wish to show you. Sheba, Felix. They're alive. They're really alive. What is this? Alex, what happened? How many times are you going to show me the title card? I thought Felix and Sheba were still inside the lighthouse. It's miraculous. Miracle or no, I'm just happy to see my brother alive. What happened back there? Sheba. Oh. Thank the elements, she's awake. Sheba, are you alright? It's me, Jenna. Jenna. What happened? It seems you drifted here with Felix. With Felix? Take your time. Do you feel alright, Sheba? Where are we? Idijima. We were all to meet here, but now the island is floating away from Gondwan. This island is moving? I know it must be very hard to believe, Sheba. When the Venus lighthouse was lit, a massive tremor tore us off the continent. The ground beneath the lighthouse roiled as though it might crumble away. I remember now. And that's what carried us away from Gondwan. But what happened to you, Sheba? You were in the sea and Saturos and Menardi are gone. Good riddance. What do you mean? Another group came. They fought Saturos and Menardi and won. Was it Isaac? Isaac, yes, I think that's what they called him. You expect me to believe Isaac and his companions defeated Saturos and Menardi? Bitch! You're lucky that all of you weren't there with him. I would have killed all 4 of you. Have they really grown so powerful in so short a time? But how did you wind up in the sea? When the beacon was lit, the earthquake knocked me off the lighthouse tower. Then what's my brother doing here? He tried to save me from drowning. Felix jumped from the top of the lighthouse? Dear me! Felix, are you awake? Felix, you're awake. Brother, are you sure you should be standing? You don't seem very surprised to find yourself on a floating island. Felix, once you saved Sheba, you must have swum out here, correct? You must have seen that this island was floating when you were swimming. But what do we do now? I have no idea. Nobody knows what lies beyond the eastern sea. Unfortunately, I am a student of alchemy, not geography. What is it, Alex? What's the matter? Can't you see it? It's land, an island. It's a little big for an island. That's no island, it's a new continent. We're saved. So it would seem. Wait, what is it? We're going to pass north of the continent. She's right. I don't think we are going to make it. Oh, Kraden, Felix, what are we going to do? Oh, this can be good. What is it? It's a tidal wave. A tidal wave. The earthquake must have caused it. Oh my! It's coming right at us. Alex, how can you stay so calm at a time like this? At times like this, where would be the good in panicking? I agree with him at least. That's one thing we can agree on. We'll be washed away. Help! Do you want to check yourself for injuries? Yes. Looks like the arms are still attached. That's a good start. Your legs are working. The legs are working fine too. Yep, you're fine. And that's the twist. You are playing as Felix. Fucking Felix. Golden Set 2 is about you joining the opposite team, Felix's team, and trying to destroy the world by lighting the lighthouses. Now, credit where credit is due. I am under the impression that Felix and Alex aren't evil like Saturos and Menardi were. I think they genuinely want to see mankind prosper and bring about a new golden age. But I do not agree, at least until now, I do not agree with the risks associated with this. What's the good thing that can happen if you light all the lighthouses? Well, humanity progresses and becomes, and you get an utopia, a heaven on earth, so to speak, the best case scenario. Worst case scenario, we are royally fucked. You bring about the apocalypse and extinction of the human race. Worst case scenario. What happens if you don't do it? Cons. Humanity continues to suffer like it's doing right now if you don't try to light the lighthouses. Pros. You do not risk the literal end of humanity as we know it. So yeah, you're misguided. You have good intentions, you're misguided. But the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and I think you're the bad guy. You want to change my opinions? Show me. Well, change it through the story of the game. But for now, I guess I should at least try to help Felix light the lighthouses. Go check your sister first. What? What am I doing down here? Oh, I must have blacked out when the wave hit. Hey, we've hit land. That wave must have carried us here. What luck. Have you checked everyone else? Are they alright? No, I didn't check everyone else. Then let's go find them and get off this island. Jenna joined your party. So we have Felix, who's a squire. He has the same kind of powers as Isaac. We have Jenna, who's a flame user. Actually, what equipment do you have? The shaman's rod. It seems you still have equipment from the beginning of the game. Here, equip the shaman's rod, Jenna. Jenna's a flame user who I think is a fire type Ivan. Wait a minute. Your defense is the same as Felix's? Okay, so that means either Felix has really shit defense or Jenna has really phenomenal defense. Oh, Felix. Ouch. That was quite a blow. What happened when the wave hit? Felix, look! That wave carried us to the continent. We've hit solid land. Let's go, Felix. Creighton joined your party, but he's unusable. He does nothing. Oh. Nyeh. The wave. What happened to the tidal wave? I thought we were done for, but we are all fine. And we've run aground. The tidal wave turned out to be a stroke of luck. I wonder where we are. We should take a look around. Sheba joined your party. What is Windseer? So Sheba has more defense than fucking Felix. And she's the same class as Ivan. By the way, where has Alex gone? That's my question as well. He doesn't seem to be anywhere on the island. You don't think he got out on his own, do you? I believe he did. Then I guess there's no reason to look for him here. He might have gone to look for a ship. Alex wants a ship. Do you forget what he was saying? Yes. He wants to return alchemy to its former place in the world. By lighting the 4 elemental lighthouses, he might just succeed. But why the ship? The remaining 2 lighthouses are unreachable by land. None remain to be lit across the eastern sea. So, what should we? We should go to the Great Western Sea. The Western Sea. Is that where we are going, Felix? Yeah. Well said, Felix. And go there we shall. That's right, our parents' lives depend on it. What? But your parents are dead. What about you? Oh! Felix, you fool! Saturus and Minardi, those fuckers, promised Felix that if all the 4 lighthouses were lit, it would bring their dead parents back to life. Of course! Of course! Felix! Haven't you ever... I can't even stay mad at him. Because that's actually a really valid reason. But that just makes me hate Saturos and Minardi even more. Because it's a lie. You know it's a lie. I know it's a lie. We all know it's a lie. Because if all of literature has taught us one thing, do not attempt to bring back the dead. And hell, you remember what happened to, I think his name was Eric or something? Eric and Alphonse, I think their names were. Do you remember what happened when they tried to use alchemy to bring their dead mom back to life? Oh my god. It's not going to be an easy trip. And there is no reason you should have to face the danger. Right, Felix? Right. Then you should know my reason for traveling with all of you, Felix. What do you mean, Sheba? What reason? It's my destiny. This quest is your destiny? And you couldn't tell us about this earlier? But how can we trust you when we don't know why you're with us? I'm sorry, but please, you have to take me. You must. You need me. We don't understand why exactly do we need you. You know that I'm an adept, don't you? I can control the wind, as Felix already knows. You knew that she was a wind adept? No? Saturos must have known it, even though he never told you. They saw that I was a wind adept right away. They kidnapped me for my powers. They needed them on their journey. Oh yeah, they would have needed an alignment that complemented their own. They said they would need a wind adept in order to light Jupiter's beacon. Ah, of course, and I suspect we'll need your power there as well. So you see, you do need me. Alright, I guess I understand now. But you want to know what she meant by destiny, don't you? Don't you? Yes. To hide nothing. I wish we could read minds like Sheba, then we'd know. I'm sure she will tell us in her own time, won't you, Sheba? You better. I think for now that we should simply trust Sheba. Now I'm quite famished. Shall we get moving? Sheba is low HP though. I'm starting to believe Felix just has shite defense. Alright, let me rearrange things a bit. There we go. I'm gonna try turning Sheba into my tank. Felix is going to be a glass cannon healer. Well, not a glass cannon healer per se. He's going to be a traditional healer. You're going to be my artillery. Actually do this. Just because. Wait, I can't go back. Did I miss something? Pause. Okay, I checked. By the way, this save is from a little while back when I was testing if the game worked or not. It says I've been playing for 22 minutes, but actually it was closer to 2 minutes on that save, where I was just holding the speed up key. So, about the world music, I can't seem to access any world map. Oh wait, there I am. This must be Angara and Gondowan. I can see the whole world now. Cool. I don't like this travel music, by the way. There is one more thing I want to do before I save. Change the settings. I want to reduce the window brightness. Whoops. Message speed, make this fast. What is voice sound supposed to be? I like this color. Yeah. You are also equipped with low tier garbage. Everyone give your harps to Sheba. Mithril bag, what does this do? Holds the Jupiter star. So yeah, that was the first episode. It was a long prologue, but question, if I try to save again, okay, the screen changes. Anyway, that's it for this episode. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like, comment and or subscribe. Dislike it if you hated it. I'll heart your comments to let you know I've read them. And I can still see the dislikes even though YouTube's hidden them. I'm Zulk, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.